shoes, we gon' fly away.
Welcome back to another episode of Pressure Points Podcast. I've got my co-hosts Jacob Seaman and Connor Ford with the fight night coming up. What is that? March 19th.
Believe so.
Which we've got Aspinall, which is a great up-and-coming light heavyweight, which is heavyweight. That's extremely rare that we've got someone who's
like a heavyweight prospect.
A heavyweight prospect?
Yeah, they don't really come along very often.
And Dan Hooker's finally making making featherweight again.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
seemingly
finally
not being able to go
back at it.
You can't really say finally because nobody
'cause
was
he's
like, God,
back
I
there
need to
before,
see Dan Hooker
Thank
back
God.
at featherweight,
Yeah.
dude. I don't think it's. I mean, we'll get into it, but it's
and
like
we'll get Patty Pimblett, so that's something.
Yeah,
Patty
We
making
got
fun of
we
the-
got a bunch on our plate this
the
episode.
Russo-Georgian War or whatever.
Yeah.
That's funny. I mean, we can just jump right in and recap last week's card
Right.
and just get into that.
Right. So
Jacob,
last
if
week
you wanna go
was-
first.
Yeah, last week was Santos versus Ankalaev, and I don't mean to brag, but I am like kind of a Nostradamus when it comes to picking very boring fights.
You're
Because
pretty spot on.
Because I picked Colby by decision, and I thought it was probably going to be boring, and then I picked Ankalaev by decision, and like not a lot of people thought that fight was going to go to decision.
I didn't.
But I was just
I had Ankalaev TKO.
yeah. But I was just like getting the vibe, you know.
I mean, you called it. You were spot on with that shit.
It was
Yeah.
funny
So-
because after the fight, Ankalaev said something like, "Oh, I really just wanted to test myself, see if I can go those 5 rounds. See if
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
ready for
buddy.
a title fight." It's like,
Everybody
all right.
that says that is a liar.
Yeah, that's the fucking dumbest thing
Guys,
ever.
I wasn't
And
trying.
for those who don't know, Ankalaev did beat Santos
Right.
decision. But yeah, he came out after the fight and talked about how he wanted to go 5 rounds.
I meant to do that. I promise.
That's so fucking
I
stupid.
didn't wanna
like
finish
that's
him.
so fucking stupid. That would be like if Aaron Boone, manager of the Yankees, came out after the game and was like, "Yeah, we really took our foot off the pedal when we had a 2-1 lead because we wanted to get our reliever some work in the ninth." Like, no, you
Yeah,
didn't. That's
yeah.
not real. You didn't
That's
do
not-
that. Like,
we meant to keep it close
Yeah.
enough to like we didn't want.
well, we wanted because he's like, "Yeah, I wanted that 5-round work or what." Like,
Wait,
no,
it's
it's
just the
bullshit.
same shit as you always do when you're lying. You're just like, no, I wasn't trying.
This
I
is
wasn't
actually
trying to do that.
it's actually playing into my strengths.
yeah.
that I'm not finishing this guy. You
I
know?
wanted to show you guys that I had the cardio and the heart to go 5 hard rounds.
So
But yeah.
congrats, dude.
It's total snooze fest. I was sort of excited for Ankalaev before this, not anymore.
I mean, he's still clearly like
Yes,
good,
I agree.
but it's like, what are you? Because like he can fucking crack and like
Yeah,
knock people out, and
for
he's
sure.
like
Shoot a
he's
lot
good,
of 'em.
but it just wasn't an impressive performance. But I think Santos is also a pretty big part of it because he's kind of gone.
Well,
to-
since the Jones fight, he's not that same fighter at all. Because he used to be like the fun, like
yeah, he was wild.
Yeah, wild guy.
And now he's like, I'm technical or whatever, and which basically just means he doesn't do
And having
a
an
lot.
unyielding faith in God. I saw that on his post. He's like, and I still believe. And it's like, oh, we didn't.
No one was
that
questioning
wasn't
that.
Yeah.
Questioned.
Yeah, well, it's weird. He's got a Star of David tattoo and then a big ass cross on his back, so I don't really know what's going on there. Like,
He's a fan of religion.
I guess they're both like
He's
kind
got
of the
Thor's
same.
hammer
Like,
on his chest, which probably isn't Thor's hammer. But
no, it's just a
it's
big
definitely
hammer
Thor's
because
hammer.
hammers are cool. Hammers are manly, cool
Yeah.
stuff, and I'm a fighter. I got hammer, big fucking hammer.
That seems like what he was thinking.
yeah,
most
or
likely.
I'll get a big sword, big sword in the middle of my
Fucking
body.
Lesnar style.
I
Maybe
know
some
what's
wings
cool.
on my back with a sword down the middle.
Like, imagine pulling up and like you're pulling up to the gym and there's just a dude with a big ass hammer in the middle of his chest, like he's shirtless lifting and he's got a
to be
big old
fair, if
fucking
he
hammer.
looks like Thiago Santos, I'd be like, damn, that's kind of cool.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, or yeah, I guess just remove it from the fact that he's jacked. Like if I pulled up with a big ass hammer on my chest,
Okay, yeah, that would be.
It'd be like,
you'd
hey,
be like,
man.
dude, what?
You
No,
wanna,
I would
let's,
only
let's
laugh.
take it down
That's
a few
so
notches.
funny.
Yeah.
If you pulled up with a big hammer tattoo on your chest, I would
You
laugh.
guys ever see somebody in the gym who's like flexing but doesn't got it like that?
Yeah, me.
Everyone at Lifetime Fitness who goes in the locker rooms and does all the.
Yeah,
They just
like
do it all
dude, I
the
see
time.
people doing it in like the public mirror at State's gym, and it'll be some like scrawny ass kid. And
I
like,
don't be
there's-
hating because I'm in the gym like that myself.
Well, but like
so.
there's huge dudes like at State, like real fucking jacked monsters, and then like it'll just be some fucking guy from a frat who's just like fucking like getting everything he can, but like he's not. it's just so weird to see that because I couldn't imagine like going up to the mirror in front of everybody because they'll do it like in front of the dumbbell racks.
Yeah, we know those types of people.
I can't imagine just being like, this is where I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
I'll
no.
do like progress pics when I'm in the locker room and no one else is around me and just kind of like
That's
see.
reasonable.
But,
Yeah,
like,
no,
I don't
I'm not
want anyone
like
seeing
I'm not
me.
in front of the dumbbells hitting
Yeah,
my poses.
like
when I'm
posing.
walking around, I'm like obviously the whole time I'm like checking myself out a little bit because I'm obsessed with myself and I like doing that.
Right.
So I do that, but like to plant yourself and start hitting the poses when you really don't have it like that. It's
like
tough.
You'll put your dumbbells back and then you're like, gotta pose. And fucking while people are walking around you.
Yeah.
And like State Gym is busy as fuck all the time. So like people are always walking around and every once in a while just be a dude fucking just literally fucking getting in there.
Yeah, I don't
Super
know.
weird.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't fuck with that.
Yeah, maybe one day once you get some real muscles.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's cool. Don't worry about me. I'm a martial artist, though, so I don't need muscle because I have technique.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
If we rolled right now, who would win?
Me.
Jacob.
You.
Yes.
Jacob.
Unequivocally.
I
Yeah.
think you'd be surprised.
It would definitely be Jacob.
I could roll without my arms and beat you.
Nah,
That's not
It would
true.
be Jacob because, like, see, the problem is Jacob's just never tried when he's rolled against
Oh, is
Connor.
that-
He doesn't know. He doesn't.
I was
know
letting
that.
you work.
I don't want
figured.
him to lie to the audience.
Well,
Let's
'cause I
just
know-
be
I
transparent here. Jacob would fuck Connor.
Right,
up,
because
and,
once you got your
know.
blue belt, I know it was really hard for you because everybody
Yeah.
started trying against you.
Yeah, so you were
and so
like-
I figured I'll be the one who doesn't
You
try.
just took your
Yeah.
foot off the pedal a little bit.
I give you a little
we just gave you a lot of
confidence
chances to work,
Yeah.
improve.
boost. So you can go get fucking shit on by that big purple belt dude.
Get it.
Brown
What's
belt
it?
now.
Alan. Is he a
Yeah,
brown belt now?
Yeah, he's a brown belt.
Shout out Alan.
Shout out to Alan
for being the
fucking goon.
Literally the
mat enforcer.
Yeah, no, he's the mat enforcer.
He,
at
he,
our gym.
he enforced for me.
He
'Cause I-
enforced for me. He armbarred the absolute
he
dog
enforced
shit out
on
of
you
me.
because we started rolling and it was like we were only in it for like a couple weeks, but you started like spazzing out and you like punched me in the face on accident and then you headbutted
Also,
me.
for those, it's hard to tell. Ryan is a big, muscly, like he's the big, muscly,
Humongous.
like stereotype that would walk into your BJJ gym. Like,
Right.
He's huge. You can't really tell back there, but he is. So like
Yeah.
he is that stereotype.
Yeah, and then you elbowed me in the face, like in like a scramble. You
It
elbowed
wasn't.
me.
I never hit you. The only time I like slipped through and I accidentally scraped you with the elbow once. That happened one time. The punch didn't happen. What happened was it was just a headbutt. I headbutted him and he was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Shit."
Well,
and then the coach saw it and he was like, "Hey, Jacob, take a break."
No,
and then
'cause-
he pointed over to the big guy and he came over to me and I was like, "Oh."
Well-
and then because Connor just got telling me earlier that day that he was that mat enforcer, and so when Jacob went away and he called that guy over, I knew that there was only one thing that was going to take place. He was going to fuck me up,
Well,
and he did.
Because we stopped the first time, and I was like, "Ow!" And you
Yeah,
were
that
like,
was when I
"Sorry."
elbowed you. That was my-
and I was
yeah.
like, "Yeah, just chill out a little bit." And then you,
Yeah,
then
spazzy
you-
white belt.
Then you did it again, and I got up, and I was like,
It was
"What
the
the,
headbutt.
fuck, man?" Like,
it was the headbutt. Yeah,
I made
we
a
accidentally
scene.
collided heads.
I made a scene, and they were like, "Yo, like you're cool, just chill," because like the
I'm
shit
sure they were
hurt.
probably watching.
Yeah, because they saw what happened, so they were like, "Give him the fucking Allen."
Yeah, and then this guy, fucking
so
bro.
funny.
I'm such a this guy.
Well, I mean,
is
you're such a
so-
try hard, anyways. Like you forfeit all skill and technique, or at least when you go against me.
No, I will say this, and I've been very honest with them before. When I roll with either Jacob or Connor, it like I'll roll very normally and very regularly with people I don't know because it's you don't care. But when I just feel this instinctive urge not to lose when
It's
I'm going.
it's like what they
Jacob
tell you
Connor.
not to do when you show. Like you're not rolling to win.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I
But you were
that's
like,
definitely
I'm gonna
right,
do-
but
I'm gonna
I
not
just
lose this
didn't
one.
That's
wanna
yeah,
lose to you
exactly. He would
guys.
just play the not lose game, and like, but I mean,
or the neck crank. I'd
what-
play that quite a bit.
You
and like, what
fucker.
did you weigh around that time?
Probably like 190.
Yeah, 190. So you're way bigger than me, and it's just
Yeah.
like you just grab a hold of me from a position that's not even real. We'd be in like
Yeah.
half
Yeah.
side control with like a little bit of half guard, but not really.
And
he would just squeeze my head.
he just locked you down.
And I for a while, like I wouldn't tap to that shit at first. I was like, I'm not tapping this shit. And then like when he held that for 4 minutes, I was like, oh, so this is the
You
game
can
plan.
just do that. Yeah.
is
Like
the
so, I was
game
just like, I'm
plan.
tapped. Like I'm not doing this. Is
Yeah.
awful.
Like if you're not super high skilled and you're not like as big as him, you can just hold people that like you won't do anything, but you can hold people like where you want them for a little bit.
You're just way stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it definitely won't help now that I'm like 235. So that
It would
that'll
help if you
probably-
just use the techniques that we.
That's
learned
what I
in
mean.
class.
I agree. I'm just saying it won't help my
Like the reason we go to
mentality and
jujitsu.
changing.
Right. Yeah. You
No,
were like,
but like it's funny you guys are digging at that one, but like it wasn't like that with anyone but you guys.
Except for that
specifically went
12-year-old.
hard-
Yeah,
Okay,
except the 12-year-old
No.
strangled to death.
First of all,
he killed someone.
no, I didn't.
Very nearly.
Very bad places.
They had to
I'll
get an
let,
ambulance.
I'll let you tell that.
Yeah, okay.
Tell that
Let's okay. So basically I was just rolling and we were just and it was very casual roll. And
This kid is
Yeah, so-
10 years
10,
old.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
maybe.
No, he was 12. He was 12.
He was 12.
It's somewhat
12-year-old.
better, not really. Regardless, you're obviously supposed to go light. So he took me down, and then so I was on bottom, and then I basically just went from a guillotine.
Well, you mounted him.
No,
Oh,
no, I
I
was
thought-
on bottom. He was on top.
I thought
of
you
me.
did try to head and arm.
No, it was underneath.
Oh,
with
so
his
you tried a
arm.
guillotine on him.
Yeah, and so I was just trying it, and like
on a
I just
little
was-
kid, bro.
So basically, I didn't think I had it. Then I readjusted, and I was like, because I thought we were just like, I don't know, it's just bad place. Someone that young, you just don't do anything. I should have known that, but I was just
yeah,
like,
you
I was
let 'em
just
work.
trying shit and being, I don't know, yeah. And so when they're that small, and you don't sometimes realize how hard you're, I swear to God, I didn't squeeze hard, but thinking about a 12-year-old and how like fragile they are. I squeezed a lot harder than I should have.
Yeah.
And you could definitely the kid kind of did that like lunge thing, and I was just like, damn. And then as soon as he got up, like he was like,
He was
I
just,
think
like in
he was
tears.
crying
It was
so
everyone
hard.
was like,
yeah,
"What
it
happened?"
was-
Yeah.
it was horrible.
So
and I just
funny.
stopped rolling that day. I was a pussy. I started crying.
Uh-huh,
I was like,
yeah.
I'm so I
You
did not mean to
fucking-
fucking do that. And
It's like,
Yeah.
damn, bro. Like
Trying to hit
Yeah,
a sub.
like let him
on a-
work out of your side control or something.
Yeah, like you don't.
Well,
even
I
have
was
to-
just trying. My thought process was I was gonna get it very quickly. He was gonna tap reset. Like it
Yeah.
was, but
Yeah,
again,
you were known for being real smooth with your guillotines.
clean technique.
see, again, you guys are thinking of only when I'm rolling with you guys.
Even then, I'm sure you weren't snagging up everyone there with a nasty
No,
guillotine.
but that's
No.
my point. That's my point. I wasn't. I was actually practicing there, but I just didn't
On a
practice with you
12-year-old.
guys. Look, okay, again,
Practice with another white belt.
yeah,
was
there was
white
there
belt.
was tons of them in there.
He was a white belt.
Oh, I guess yeah. No, I think he
like
was
a
an orange
He
belt.
was like an orange belt. He wasn't even in adult
Yeah,
classes.
they let him come
On-
over
yeah.
and roll
look,
with adults for a little bit.
I do want to make this very, because this sounds. I'm telling you, it was not. I did not squeeze that. I just when they're that young, it's.
Like I said, I'm sure you didn't even squeeze that hard. But the
I-
problem
yeah,
is
you
even
shouldn't have done
getting
anything.
to that.
You're fucking huge too. It like because it would be bad if I did it.
Yeah,
But like you're giant.
yeah,
Yeah. So
Again,
I'm
you
sure
still
yeah,
have to
just that
apply
was-
pressure to get the submission, which was what you were trying to do. So it's just like whatever. Let's get back to this fucking
yeah.
card. So that's a little bit of our fucking actual MMA experience or whatnot.
Yeah. So I had Ankalaev by decision. You guys had him by
had
KO.
him by
So I got
KO.
2. You guys got 1 on that one. And then we had Marlon
This
Moraes
one,
versus
I'd
Song
fucking
Yadong.
look back at myself like, what the fuck was I thinking? I
I don't know. I'm astounded that I'm the only one that picked Song by KO.
genuinely.
Because it's like it's the most obvious fucking outcome ever. And
Yeah.
like
I tried to get too cute. You know what I'm saying? I was
yeah,
like,
if,
you
if
know.
anything would have happened, I could see it being Moraes by like just coming out and sparking them
That's what,
immediately.
yeah, that was what I had.
But that's a
mine
bad
was
thing to
mine,
bank
mine
on.
was a brain dead take. I had Yadong by decision. That fucking fight was never going to decision.
No,
Not with
not at all.
Moraes.
And Moraes retired, right?
Yeah, Moraes retired. Well, he took his gloves off. He hasn't really said anything.
He'll be an Eagle.
They'll
FC.
probably do
Yeah.
him Cody now that you said it.
I
That's
said they should-
marinated
they
a
do
little bit
him
with
and
me
Cody.
because that'll probably be a retirement fight. Whoever
Double
loses-
knockout.
Winner leaves UFC, loser leaves
Leaves
UFC.
UFC,
Yeah. Good.
Well, I mean, dude, that's scary too. Because what if Cody's just like, "Fuck it, I'm a savage. Let me get a bare knuckle," and just gets absolutely bombed.
Well, dude, I heard that stat that made me real sad for Marlon. Like in his first 20 fights, he was 18-2, and then
Yeah.
just went on. It was just like,
Yeah.
damn. Like
Well,
imagine
you could
Yeah, it
just
was
say
bad.
that
starting like that, and then you
okay,
end.
Tyron Woodley.
I mean,
That's the
at least
greatest
Woodley got
example.
there though.
Okay,
Woodley
yeah,
got
that
there.
is-
You
okay,
know what I'm
never
saying?
mind.
There's
Yeah.
a difference
Right.
with Woodley.
You're
Moraes almost did, and then his career
Woodley
folded
got there
immediately.
was on top, and then had his decline.
Yeah, Moraes was on top for 1 round, and then Cejudo just beat it out of him, and it was all downhill from there.
Yeah.
So Cejudo, and then I think he got knocked out by Sandhagen right after the Aldo fight, I think. And Sandhagen, since Sandhagen, his chin has just been, because he came back from the Sandhagen fight like 2 months later against Rob Font after being like brutally knocked out, and then he was just, like motherfucker was just dropping him with jabs and shit. It was a really bad thing to see.
It's crazy how like the art of the chin works. In a way.
It's all bro science.
It's really sad.
like there's
seeing
nothing
it
to
fade.
like there's no real like tangible science to it. It's
No.
just like, well, you get hit enough.
Yeah, and like just
It's
some
really sad
punch
to
can turn your
see.
lights off. You never know. Yes, it is. It is sad
Because
to
like you'll see some fighters just
Rice.
lose. Like Cody, like it's like man, it's
Well,
hard.
it
You're like
sucks.
damn. So it's really gone. Like,
It sucks because Maurice was like
you make
really good.
excuses.
Really good.
He was a
I'll always
really-
remember that round 1 versus Cejudo where he fucking took it to that motherfucker.
Yeah, he's really explode like offensively. He's just really he's
like
really
one-
good.
He's like one punch man.
He's really good, and then he just cannot take a punch for it. And it was really sad seeing the Volashvili fight was really bad because he had him damn near like finished in the first round, and then he
Oh, yeah.
gassed, and then
Yeah.
Volashvili just beat the absolute fucking brakes off of him until he like stopped him. It was really bad.
Damn.
It sucked. Yeah, his last few fights have just been really depressing. It sucks. But
Yeah.
but
I mean,
2-pointer
shout-
for me.
Yeah.
So
Shout
like,
out to Song. You know,
I was
fucking
praying
make
on
your
his.
way.
I was praying on his downfall.
He's
so.
now 110 of his last 12, so good for
Song.
fucking Song.
Cool. Yeah, he should
Sadiq.
be due something cool.
Alex.
Sadiq and Yusuf versus Caceres. You had Caceres by sub.
I did
Why?
have Caceres by sub because I thought he was going to pull it out. I'd seen some clips of Caceres pulling off some nasty submissions. He like got to like a few of those like
No, he was doing well, like, but not with the.
it was a
grappling.
fun fight.
But
like,
he's really tricky,
mhm.
and Yusuf didn't do that well,
Mhm.
and like
well, then Yusuf came out after this calling out Bryce Mitchell or whatever.
Yeah, it's a little
I was
high
like,
up.
No,
Yeah.
like Bryce Mitchell is not.
Well,
gonna
Bryce
fight
is
you.
also on like one of those big climbs, and you would never start a climb like that and
Yeah,
then
and
go
then go
backwards.
fight.
which is never.
it's not really gonna.
It was
work
just a
out that
bad.
way.
It was a bad call out. I didn't.
Yeah, he
Well,
could have
Pereira
definitely
called
done.
out Cannoneer, who's about to get a title shot.
Yeah,
so.
he did that, but hey, fuck it. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I don't even know if I think Pereira that was not a good call out.
No, it wasn't.
He could definitely have like a better match, like again like fucking Uriah Hall or something, or Strickland maybe. That'd be cool to see.
Strickland, yeah.
That'd be cool to see him just fucking knock out Strickland after Strickland's
I
like,
really
oh, I want
wanna
to kill
see
somebody.
Brunson
Yeah.
versus Pereira. That's what
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanna
That's
see.
that's the fight
I want to
everyone's
see
clamoring
Brunson
for.
wrestle him, get a 5-round, 3-round decision, and then retire, and then set back Pereira.
Dude,
That
it's like if
sounds
you're
like a
Dana,
great
don't even
plan.
put those guys in the same room with each other. I don't
No,
want,
fuck that.
I don't want them ever even knowing about each other.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, that's there, and I'm not even gonna hold it against him for doing like shady, just like building Pereira up on cans or whatever.
That's what you're
Whatever.
supposed to do.
What else are
Yeah.
you gonna do with that division right now? So whatever.
Nah, exactly.
Roundtree versus Roberson.
So we were snoozing on this fight when it was first announced, but Roundtree went out there and made it a lot of fun.
Yeah, he did.
He
He got a
fucking-
KO early in round 2. I had him as a KO in round 1.
I had him by
Um,
decision, so I
It's
get a point
crazy
there.
because the whole it was a good fight, but it's just funny thinking about how like he was so emotionally honest with everyone at the post-fight press conference, and then Strickland does what Strickland does.
He just said it was gay.
Yeah,
It's like, okay,
completely.
dude.
Strickland's so funny too, because I mean, most people know, but he's like everyone knows about his sparring, where he just goes crazy hard in sparring, gets people mad and shit, and then he
Yeah.
fucking goes into the cage and like light spars with people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just
for
like,
real.
get-
He's
like,
not-
Who
I
are
don't-
you, dude?
It's really sour. Like if he was like knocking motherfuckers out, that'd be
Sure,
I'd
sure.
be like different. But he's just like he's just like a dickhead.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like okay,
It's like,
whatever.
that's it. But Roundtree, the body kick was, I mean, that was the highlight
that
of
was
almost the whole
beautiful.
fucking
Yeah,
card.
savage.
It was
Just
great.
beautiful. I wish more people did it, but they're so tricky.
Yeah, it's
'Cause you,
hard.
like, you don't,
There-
or if
there's
you
not
kick
a lot of
guy's fucking
positions.
elbow or some shit when he's down, that's
yeah,
gonna hurt.
that's dangerous. Dober versus McKinney, so close.
This shit, one of the best one round fights ever.
It was crazy.
It was-
absolutely insane back
Yeah,
and
it was
forth.
crazy. Because I had Dober by KO going into this, so like my fucking emotions were all over the place at the beginning.
I had McKinney by decision. Probably shouldn't have gone by decision because it was clear he came out and he was like, I'm just gonna fucking go for the knockout early because he had like a week's notice for Drew Dober. So and probably
shout out to McKinney. He looked good in that fight. Obviously it didn't fucking work out. But took it on short notice.
Probably the smartest thing he could have done. Just go out
weirdly like huge next to Dober. Like he's thinner built. He's not like a scrawny guy, but he's fucking like big, like that Izzy type fucking bigness. Where like they're not jacked, but they're just large. Like their frame's big.
Yeah.
So I actually liked him a lot.
But he's good.
Shout out to Dober, bro.
Yeah.
What a huge shout out to
Dober.
Just fucking toughing that shit out, man.
Animal. It's fucking.
I mean,
that was
just
crazy.
using that damn chin for a reason.
Yeah.
That crimson chin right there, bro.
Yeah.
That
So
thing's
I
a
was
unit.
I wasn't even that mad after it because it was such a fucking crazy thing.
Yeah.
But I was I was like, oh, I'm about to get the points, motherfucker. Like, because I had him by decision, so I was like, oh well, maybe he can like let him go or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he got knocked out.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Well, I could tell he was getting tired. It like 4 minutes through, you're like, oh, this isn't good.
Yeah, and then then that knee, like the knee didn't even hit. Like, what was the deal with the knee? Because McKinney was like talking shit about the knee, like it didn't even hit him in the head, and that's like it was weird.
I don't
You guys
know.
didn't see that?
No, I didn't see
He
that.
posted something about the knee, and he was like, "Look, guys, it wasn't the knee that fucking knocked me down, but it was like it kind of was, bro." But it, like,
I don't know.
It hit like right here.
I didn't hear. I haven't seen that.
That was his thing. Whatever.
And then Pereira versus Silva.
Losing us 5 points. Me and
Yeah, I
Connor
know,
5
dude.
points.
We were fucking. I was geeking so hard during that first round.
Really
I was like,
good
oh
fight,
my
though.
God. He almost had at the end of the first two. I wish he
Well, he
put it on
started
him more.
swinging. Yeah.
Bruno Silva is a motherfucker.
Yeah,
that dude
yeah.
was there to bang.
No, it was actually a much better fight than you would have expected from like a Pereira opponent. Because you kind of think they're going to put him in there.
Because going
with
into it,
cans.
we were like, if this dude goes in there and tries to kickbox with Pereira, that's not going to end well. But he went in there and like he wasn't, fucking running away or doing none of that shit. He went in there and was doing his thing and looked good. Like he looked good.
Yeah, both of these guys. I don't think either of them came looking bad.
I wish Pereira wasn't so like sloppy towards the end. He would get so sloppy and try and like spam like one move only and only.
Well,
do that move.
he had him hurt, and he hit him with like a left hook, I think, and then he threw like a right straight and then a right uppercut and then another right uppercut instead of like going at him with like double-sided. He just decided, I'm going to get a fucking highlight reel.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. Hype train's still going. Won the fight.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like one of those like weird decisions where people were. It was like, no,
Right.
he won. So
He won, but
good for that.
it's like as close as a 30-27 could get.
Yes.
Because like it's definitely 30-27, but all the rounds were pretty
Competitive.
close. Yeah. So, yeah, no, it was a good fight. And then for the prelims, you had Fletcher versus Semelsberger.
That was a banger.
It was a very
that
good
was
fight,
a fucking really good
Who'd you
fight,
have?
dude. I had Fletcher by sub, but Semelsberger came in there like a fucking savage and started ragdolling Fletcher towards the end.
Right.
It was a good fight. And then
was.
remember the last 20 seconds where it was just like, hey,
They
we're
just
gonna
started
bang.
banging. Yeah.
That was
no,
just
it was a really, really fun fight to watch. I think both guys came out of it looking really good.
Yeah, no,
Because
both of them.
they're both like pretty good prospects.
Fletcher's first
Welterweight,
loss,
right?
whatever.
They're welterweights.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean they both looked like fun contenders for like kind of like
Just like
lower
decent,
rank-
newer guys.
Yeah,
like
just
some
new
fucking newer faces. Hopefully they get better.
yeah, and at least now we know like fun fights for them because
Yeah.
they seem like
I
fun
really was
fighters.
impressed with Semelsberger after that.
Yeah, he was a beast in that one. He did really well.
What was
I had Chris Moutinho and Guido Canetti. And I had Canetti.
Yeah, you fucking came out with that one.
Yeah, and I was shitting on you and you.
Yeah, you were like, he's a shitty
But
fighter.
I underestimated how shitty Chris Moutinho was.
Yep.
Because he was in there like getting beat up by O'Malley, but he lasted for a while.
Yeah.
But I don't think that means
He's good.
He's just not good.
No,
He's
because
bad.
it's
He's
not
very
like
bad.
he like landed anything on Sean. He was just
Yeah.
able to stand there the whole
Yeah,
time.
and he took less of a beating this time. He just got knocked out. It was kind of the same like standing finish though.
Yeah, the fucking ref
where he
called
waved it
off.
off. Yeah. So good on you for that one.
Yeah. Who did
got
you have?
I had Maverick versus Mazo.
Oh,
Mazo just
yeah.
got released after that. So, but I had Maverick by decision, and I said I could see a submission though, and then she tapped her in like round 2.
Damn, look at this guy, toilet Nostradamus over
I
here.
know, I'm such a fucking. I was like, you know what? It's gonna be, because it was a shitty fight, but it was also a finish.
Well, yeah, because I think we were doing conspiracy class while that was going on. If I remember,
I saw her fucking sinking it in. I was like, God damn it, dude. But yeah, so those were the fights that were point totals for the week were 8 for Ryan, 7 for me, and 5 for Connor.
Not my best. You know what's crazy? Thinking how going into last card, I had 5 going into that.
Yeah.
And then I literally only got 5 total from fucking
Yeah.
this
Well, we're all
card.
tied up now.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
what
I
We
know.
had a
We're
good
all
lead.
tied.
Three-way
It's like
tie
shit.
on three-way tie at 18 right now.
I was
for
dead
the-
last, and I had a good
And I think
card.
we have 7 events left until the retribution is served.
Ooh, man, I get nervous every time a week goes by and I have to think about it. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
Yeah, and it should start pulling away soon, I think.
I mean, you'd think, but fucking who knows?
Yeah, it could just be a tight race.
Because if
to
you
the
get
end.
that 5-pointer to hit, that's a complete game changer.
Huge. And we've been talking a little bit tentatively. We'll see how it goes with the 5-pointer. If it does, because like nobody hit one last week, and I don't know if that's like a consistent thing because we didn't make it mandatory the first week. So we'll see how it goes while it's mandatory.
We'll just see how these next few cards go and if anyone will actually hit on these.
Yeah, and then we'll make adjustments accordingly.
Yeah, but overall, that was a fun card. Like
Very.
it was a fun watch. I wasn't even like hyped to watch it, but it turned out to be like a fucking good show.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, besides the fucking main event, but who cares?
But that was for me. That was complete vindication.
Well, yeah, you were right. So.
I was just like, look at this. You guys are idiots. And you were like, just swing. Like you were into it, waiting for him to get the knockout, and I was like, it's never gonna come.
never.
It's never gonna come. You naive piece of shit.
Yeah, it was. Whatever. We have our moments.
You're too bright for this world of light heavyweight. I'm jaded enough to see what's actually going on.
Yeah, the real
The real shit. Yeah. So I guess we'll get into the picks
for this one, the picks we could go this way because the last 2 weeks we went this way for the picks.
Okay, so I'll go
I want to
first.
hear you guys say your picks first.
Okay.
So Fight Night London, Volkov Aspinall.
Right,
Ryan
and it's
said at the
in
beginning.
O2, so that's gonna be sick.
Yeah,
because
that's
there's a lot
dope.
of fucking English fight and like I don't know why, but Gunnar Nelson's pretty big in the UK.
Yeah.
Oh, he's from Iceland. That's why.
Okay. Because I saw a little bit of that and I was like, what?
No, yeah, he's like a UK guy, trains at SBG.
Okay, makes
So,
sense.
yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll start top down. I
Yeah,
guess.
top down, just
So-
like usual.
Main event is Volkov versus Aspinall. This is a really like interesting fight. Interesting
Interesting
doesn't-
for Aspinall because who fucking cares at Volkov at this point? He's just like he couldn't even put away Greg Hardy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
well,
like-
it's just like he's good, but he's not
good,
gonna-
but he's not.
he's not like the upper echelon good. He's like right below
gatekeeper.
Yeah,
really good,
gatekeeper
yeah.
heavyweight. Yeah.
him and like Derek Lewis are the two. Like if you beat them, you're probably good.
Yeah,
You know.
for
So-
for heavyweights.
Yeah. So
All right,
and-
so
my pick, it's hard to. I've been going back and forth on this one, but I think that Volkov he's good, but I want Aspinall to win just for
Okay.
like new blood, and I think Volkov's not really great grappling, so I'm not gonna say by sub, but I think
Okay.
Aspinall. Aspinall by sub. I think.
all right.
This is 5
shit.
rounds, right?
Yeah, it's
I
5
thought you were
rounds.
gonna say sub, and I was like, damn, that's fucking kind of bold.
Yeah, I think it's. I don't know. I could see him.
Like calling for a
Volkov's
sub
really-
in any heavyweight fight is like, whew.
Volkov's really tough. Aspinall does have quite a few submissions, if I'm not mistaken. But Volkov's tough. I don't know if we'll be able to knock him out, and I don't know if Aspinall has the cardio to like take it to
Go
him
5
for
rounds.
5 rounds.
Yeah.
I doubt that he does on it because like it's heavyweight. So this could be like a rough pick for me, but like I mean it's whatever.
You're
It's
not
a heavy.
you're not getting any snooze fest vibes from this?
Possibly, I could see it being a little,
Mm-hmm.
but Aspinall seems to be like a pretty, like take it to you fighter. So.
Yeah.
And he's good, so
So
I
you
don't
have
know.
Volkov by decision.
No,
or-
I've got Aspinall, by submission.
Aspinall by. Oh, so you did do submission?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, shit. That's fucking kind of bold. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I've got Aspinall by TKO.
Same.
Okay.
I have Aspinall by TKO.
Okay.
I just, he's 11-2. He's youngish. Hopefully he's a prospect in the heavyweight division. I want him to win this because, like I said, Volkov's not going anywhere if he wins this fight. Like, it's not like he's going to go up the rankings. We'll be like,
Right.
oh, man, Volkov's on the rise. So hopefully Aspinall goes in there and flatlines him. I think just that would be the best case.
Yeah.
Kind of
What?
hoping
And
for.
everybody loves a fucking British prospect.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
That too.
They're good. They're good
Hooker
lads.
Allen.
Yeah, this one's weird.
I
This is
only
a
want
weird
Hooker, so I'm
fight.
gonna vote Hooker. That's
Well,
my take.
Jacob's
So
supposed to go
I know, but
first,
I
you
just wanted to go
idiot.
ahead and say it.
Well,
'cause,
you
like,
just
I
go ahead and make your pick then.
I just wanted to kind of make it very clear.
You want
that
Hooker
I
by
want
what?
Hooker to win TKO.
Okay.
All right.
So I want to, cut in line, but I wanted to just go ahead and say that I've got Hooker.
What do you think?
I want to hear what you say first.
I think Allen's pretty heavily favored in this one. I think,
Mm-hmm.
which is, I mean, he's good, and he's
17-1.
Yeah, he's a
ranked
very
number 9.
quick. He's like very quick striker. He's good. I mean, he's a really good fighter. I think he's a tough test for Hooker, especially with the coming down to
Weight
145. I don't really know how that's going to play out, but Allen has never really faced somebody who's like this much bigger than him, because Hooker's got like a 5-inch height advantage and a 4-inch reach advantage or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of ground to cover, and Hooker also has pretty good wrestling, and he forces it a lot. And Allen doesn't really like pressure, which is where Hooker gets into trouble. Like you can see with the Chandler fight and Barboza, where like if Hooker doesn't pressure, he has a really tough time. And after the Chandler fight, now he's like going forward to his disadvantage against Islam because he was like, I'm gonna fucking take it to him.
Yeah.
And then he just got taken down.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's probably gonna be. I'm gonna take Hooker. I think he's
Alright.
getting slept on a little bit.
Okay.
I'll take him by decision.
All right, that's interesting. So going into this, I have Arnold. I have Arnold by decision.
See, that's smart.
He's 17-1. He's also like the decision king. I looked at his last 10 fights, like 8 of them are all went to decision.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'm not expecting a finish. I think he's just going to be better than Hooker because Hooker's got to do that weight cut again. I'm just not buying it. Like, I'm not buying the weight cut back down to 45.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to work well. But Arnold Allen's a decision king. He's 17-1. That's a pretty damn good record. I think his loss though was like not good though. Like, cause I went back to a Tapology and saw like a forum. It might. I don't know if it was Yusuf. It might have been Yusuf.
No, he
Or
beat
no.
Yusuf.
Okay.
He lost to Marcin Rosek in
Okay.
Cage Warriors a long time ago in
Okay.
2014.
Okay, never mind. Then the fight I'm thinking of was the Yusuf fight where I guess he won, but there was a thread on Tapology where everyone was like, "Dude, both these guys look like shit." So I was like, "Damn."
It was a really weird fight because usually Sadiq is like the big puncher, like the big counter puncher, but Allen basically won it on like 3 exchanges where he dropped Yusuf. And other than that, it was just like a really weird, like, Jesus Christ. It was just a really weird fight. It was really close, but yeah, he doesn't typically perform like that, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I hope this dude Allen's good enough to fucking get it to decision. Because I don't know. Like, I'm just not feeling Hooker going down to featherweight like that. I'm just not.
He's going to be
want Hooker to
slow.
win.
He's going to be, and Allen's very fast. He's from TriStar.
Yeah, no, I saw that in his little bio thing.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? You guys remember that Hooker-Poirier fight where Hooker
Yep.
was like almost beating Poirier? Like, what the
he was bossing up on him for a little while.
What
Yeah, like the
happened?
first 2 rounds.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
I mean, that was like a fucking dog fight for Poirier.
Yeah,
But,
that was
like,
a really good
It's
fight.
like, damn. It's crazy how like styles and matchups work.
Yeah, it is. It is weird. The next one's Patty Plimbit.
Yeah.
Pimberlitz.
Yeah,
Patty Pimblett.
I didn't even. I had no records. I had no nothing for this one. I literally. I'm sure you guys. I mean, I don't know if you guys have the same answer as me, but you could go first since that's what we're
I'm
doing.
gonna make this my round pick.
No shit, really.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pimblett by sub round 1.
By sub.
Yeah. Have you seen any of his?
I've,
you guys
yeah,
have
no,
seen his Cage Warrior
I've
stuff
Seen,
and
yeah,
all
I've
that?
seen his. I know he can. It's just like I figured
That's
he
his
was-
main. That's his main game.
I figured he was gonna bang. Like
The
he fucking
like
did.
the banging shit.
Was that? Is that like just new?
It's not real. I mean, he'll do it, but it's not really like his main.
Mhm.
He's kind of just like a grindly wrestler, you know. So, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, if you guys want to keep going, I guess he got in the garage. I'm gonna go put him back in that pen. But
Okay,
you guys
okay.
can fucking keep going.
So I've got Patty by sub round 1 as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, I've actually got it. It was funny because as soon as you said that was your decision one, that's my decision one.
Yeah.
Because like have you seen any of his Cage Warrior fights? You know he's a really good submission artist. You know he's a pretty decent wrestler, pressure wrestler. So I could definitely see him just trying to overwhelm Kazula and just trying to go and grab the sub. Which Kazula's not bad either, but Pablet, Pimblet, Hype Train.
Yeah, I would like to see
we
him
go.
continue winning
Yeah, I mean,
dominantly.
it would just be nice to see a new Darren Till. Which speaking of which, we've got the Darren Till and Hamza brothers.
Yeah, that's a really fun pairing.
Yeah, that's interesting to see if
it's
Darren's
weird,
gonna, because I not to go too off frame, but since we're waiting on Connor, seeing Darren training, especially with the group of guys he's training at right now, is extremely interesting, and I really love that. And him being very honest about how shitty he looked in the past few fights,
like
especially with Brunson.
him and Kevin Holland both are. It seems like they're doing correct.
Oh, for sure. And seeing him talk about some of his reflections when he was talking to Brett was very cool too. Seeing him how he was talking about when he was looking at himself in the mirror after the Brunson fight, I thought that was really cool. So
I have Patty
it's
by
interesting.
TKO
Patty by TKO.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Weird.
because
Ryan,
hype train.
Ryan has him by sub round one
I
as
heard
well.
that as I was leaving.
So
But yeah, Patty, I mean, fucking do your thing. Honestly, his beef with this other dude has way eclipsed this
Topuria,
fight. Yeah,
yeah.
Topuria has way
So,
eclipsed anything
the
this
thing
fight
with,
is.
the thing with the Topuria beef is I don't know who's actually in the right because I'm pretty sure Patty. Like,
I mean, no one's in the right, but who cares? It's the fight game. They're talking shit. Like,
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm
too
not,
stressed about
like-
that.
yeah, I mean,
obviously
just,
the people on fucking r/MMA get on their fucking high horse. They're like, oh man, Patty's a fucking like, whatever. Who like?
humble.
Yeah, it's just like who cares?
Well,
It's-
like,
his name's Patty the Baddie. Like,
Yeah.
would you want Patty the fucking good light heart fucking like? He's a Scouser. Like he's gonna
Yeah.
say out of pocket shit.
Yeah,
I
he just it came off stupid, and I believe in his apology. He was like, "Look, I didn't know. I'm a fighter." He basically was like, "I'm stupid."
Yeah,
Like,
and
for-
that's okay.
Then that's fine. Like, I'm fine. I'm on his side if that apology, like if that was like actually what was said. I don't really know for sure, but
Who
that's.
knows?
I think I read somewhere that he had apologized and been like, "Oh, I'm sorry. That was stupid for me to say. There's some dumb shit."
I
Because
mean,
it was just like a stupid
Yeah,
throwaway
it was
line
just
he had
like-
on a tweet. It
Yeah.
was like, no wonder you fucking these dumbass George. Because I think some Georgian fighter called him out and was like, "I'll beat your ass" or something. He was like, "Look at these dumbass Georgians. No wonder they get fucking balled on by Russia or whatever." And I was like, oof. But
like,
it's
that's
just
a tough time to make
Yeah,
that
yeah,
statement.
it was a little while ago. The war was
Okay.
not going on.
Yeah.
But like it's still
Mhm.
it still like there's a bunch of stuff history there that I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not really
Yeah.
I just know Russia probably didn't do very good things. There.
Yeah,
So
that's a good take.
so wasn't the smartest thing, but he apologized, so it's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody says dumb shit sometimes.
It'll be
I
cool to
dig it.
see Patty make 155. after
Oh
seeing
dude, he got
transition just from-
so fat, so
So
fast.
Crazy.
fat.
It's so like wild.
Because he was like fucking jacked. Like when he
Yeah.
came in for the fight,
Yeah.
and then like 2 weeks later, his face is just all round
Shoved
as
up.
fuck.
yeah, he's got like a gut. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it was so funny to see him go off the wagon. But I don't know, doesn't seem like a healthy way to operate. But whatever.
Yeah, fighting's not healthy. So
We got Gunnar Nelson versus Takashi Sato. What
I like that dude's name Takashi. I was
Takashi
shout out.
10 Sato. Yeah, he's Japanese.
Mhm.
So that's pretty much. I've got Nelson by sub.
Nelson by sub.
Nelson sub.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Nelson's first fight since 2019. So I mean, look, I guess this is like his comeback fight. I don't know. I mean, we were talking about Nelson a little bit earlier. He's one of those SBG guys. You said.
Yeah, so he's Icelandic. It's popular in the UK. That's why they try and get him on all these UK cards.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of subs. I mean, he can fucking.
He's a very good grappler, karate style, kickboxing. So he's interesting, and I just don't think Sato's good enough to hang with him.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
that's what
this
it
is
seemed like.
like a late notice fight, is it not?
Yeah, well, I was looking at Sato's record, and like,
Yeah, he was
more than half is like from fucking like Dream or whatever.
yeah, Nelson was supposed to fight Claudio Silva, who is good. I think, pretty sure he's good. His Tapology profile is him and a gi at a competition. So he's
Hell yeah.
so that probably would have been a fun fight, but I don't know. And so we're all in agreement on that.
Yeah, yeah. My sub.
Meatball Molly McCann.
Yeah, Meatball Molly
versus Luana Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going McCann by decision because she's a decision factory. And hometown judging for sure. Those corrupt ass fucking Brits.
Mm-hmm.
Go get your tea out of the fucking harbor.
What about you, Ryan? What do you have?
Molly decision.
I have Molly by decision as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at her. She's a fucking decision, like literally the decision bot. So
yeah.
I like
She
has
I mean,
no
she-
finishes.
So it's like half of the whole.
She's somehow like a
flyweight.
fun fighter that never ever finishes anyone
Mm-hmm.
because her fights are fun. She's just real grindy. Like she's just a tough motherfucker.
Well, she's another one of those fucking scout, like whatever you call them. Like,
Yeah,
she's
scouts.
just like
She's a
scouts.
scouser.
She's
From-
always
from Liverpool.
saying some goofy
Liverpool.
shit. So yeah, I hope she wins. It'll fucking jazz up the crowd.
Yeah, no,
Let's-
I mean the crowd's gonna the English crowd's always good.
Mhm.
They're fucking loud because they've always been loud.
It's like their thing.
Yeah, the fucking Brits, the cockney ass bastards. But it's in London, and if they got it in Liverpool, I think it'd be a way like rowdy house. Cause
You
those
see, I
fuckers
don't know
go.
the logistics of that. I don't know how that.
Well, Liverpool is like on the border. I don't know much, but apparently, like Liverpool doesn't like some people in the city don't feel like it's part of England. Apparently, like they feel separate from England. I don't really know why,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't consider. Some people don't consider themselves English when they're from Liverpool. They
Okay.
identify more with Liverpool than. I don't. Some sort of conflict there.
That's good enough for
that
me.
I have not studied. But that's why I think they're so different from like other types of English people,
Okay,
like Scousers.
okay. Makes enough sense.
They have they're very noted. But and then we got Jai Herbert versus Ilya Taporia. Shout out the fucking Black Country. Jai Herbert's from Wolverhampton. This is their soccer team. So
oh, okay.
I'm not gonna pick him, but, but I think Taporia fucking gets him done by sub.
By sub?
Yeah,
Okay.
and probably in round one, but I'm not gonna pick that for my round pick. But yes, that's what I think. I just don't think Herbert's got hands,
Mhm.
but I don't really think he's got a whole lot else. And Taporia's really really good. So
Yeah, Taporia's
You know,
11-0.
he's very
He's the guy
tough.
that fucking smacked around Ryan Hall last time.
yeah,
I got him by TKO.
yeah,
I have
What do you-
Taporia by decision.
by decision. Okay, so we've all got something different there.
Yeah.
Oh, you had him by KO, Connor.
Yeah. TKO,
Okay.
whatever, same thing. Was Patty your round?
Yep, round
Okay.
one sub.
Okay.
Okay, sick. All right.
God, my God, please submit.
Dude, I'm telling you that when you were watching that round, it is nerve wracking.
Yes, it is. But I know he's gonna
Well, it's
come
gonna
out
be
and like do
interesting
some
if I see.
crazy shit probably. So whatever.
It'll be interesting if I see like or whoever is the first one to say like a round, but it's like a round 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's just so
I don't know
difficult.
when
I don't
I'm
even know
gonna-
how you can even go about doing that.
Yeah, it's
You'd
such
have
a
to
toss-up.
gauge kind of.
Yeah, it
based
would
on,
have to be like a
another
main
fighter's-
event fight where it's like two guys we know, where it's like hollow, like someone, where it's like, well,
Well, it would have to
this
be a
guy
scenario-
fades in the round, but
Yes,
they're gonna
yes.
bang,
Yeah.
but it's definitely not gonna end in the first. So it's like,
I could see if we got like a 2-round window, then I'd be more confident. Like if it was like a 5-round fight and you could pick like second or third,
Mhm.
then that I'd be more confident in something like that. Because
Yeah.
then you can have more of like a general direction of where the fight's headed if you're like 3rd, 4th round KO.
Yeah,
then
that
it'd be
makes
like
sense.
it would be easier to pick that because you could see how somebody would wear down. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But-
I get what you're saying.
So who do we got one prelim this week? So who do we got?
Okay,
What fights we got?
I'll just go first. I have Shamil Abdurakhimov versus Sergey Pavlovich.
Pavlovich.
Pavlovich, 14-1. He's a big muscly dude. His fucking Tapology picture, he's fucking giant. Dude was like jacked. I have him by first round KO. His only loss
Pavlovich?
Pavlovich by first round KO. His only loss is to Overeem, and all 4 of his last fights all ended in the first round. So, hopefully he keeps that streak going and this ends in the first.
He also
by KO.
hasn't fought in like 3 years. So he's had like 5 fights canceled. And the funny thing, Abdurakhimov versus Aspinall was supposed to be the fight on this card,
Really?
and they were gonna do like Darren Till,
Okay.
and then they didn't get Darren Till, and they fucking pulled Aspinall, and we're just like, we're pushing you, you get Volkov, and then because like they didn't pull out, they just made a different fight with both of these guys, which is fun. They were like Abdurakhimov.
We'll just reschedule both. You
Yeah,
guys.
they were like Abdurakhimov, you get fucked, you fight this guy, and Aspinall, you fight up, because we like you. And yeah, I think I would probably pick that. That was my other. If I wasn't gonna pick Patty.
I saw all of his finishes all in the round 1. I was like, heavyweight, fucking finishes happen enough.
Abdurakimov's like a sloppy boxer, and he's just kind of like old now, and he hasn't been doing well. So yeah, I think that's probably a smart. Ryan, who do you have?
Corey McKenna, decision over Elise Reed.
Oh, dude, what?
That is
Really? You picked the women's flyweight fight?
Yep.
shout out to Ryan.
I don't know anything about either of those people.
Dude, you said both of those names. I was like,
By what?
Decision.
By decision?
Yep.
Oh, well, it's always safe to put.
What's your hunch on this one?
Really? No take other than the fact that
You've been studying the film a whole lot?
No. So like I saw a little bit of Elise, and she just looked real shitty.
Well, did you
And,
know that
Corey is actually minus 260 right now? So
do you know she's coming up from strawweight? Corey McKenna?
McKenna? No, I didn't know.
She is.
No.
So
She's going to get whatever.
so how good is she? If
Look,
she's like,
you
I know
know-
what I have to do to revitalize my career. I'm gonna go up to the most dead fucking division in the history of sports. Yeah, no, I mean it's probably fair. If you pick the favorite in a women's fight, usually it's gonna like.
Two pretty good.
The only time it didn't was like the biggest upset in like sports betting history. It was I can't even remember who it was. It was like Shayna Dobson or something.
I'm surprised
And
it wasn't Nunes.
She was like
fucking,
it was like a
Dang.
-2. Well, that might have been over
That-
because
I
this
think
happened
that's
before
gotta
it,
be.
but it was like a -2,000 favorite, and she lost by like submission.
Yeah,
in the
when you
first
see
round.
something like that, you might as well throw $20 on the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah. I've been indecisive on who I'm gonna pick, like for my fight.
Mhm.
I think Jack Shore versus Timur Valiev is a really like watch the fucking fight. It's gonna be really good because those are both like really good prospects. But I think it's too close probably. So I'm just gonna be a sheep and go with public opinion. I'm gonna pick Makayev over Durden by TKO, probably by smash.
All right.
That seems to be the. I don't know
That's
much.
who I thought you guys were gonna go with.
No, I don't know much about either of the dudes.
Yeah,
but
Danny
I've just heard very good things about Makayev, and he's
Your
supposed to.
your guy told.
Yeah,
you told me.
everything I've read about him was supposed to be good. I haven't talked to anybody physically about it, but yeah, definitely watch fucking Jack Shore and Timur Valiev if you're gonna.
I mean, we'll be watching.
If
it,
you're gonna
so-
watch the fucking card, just watch that for sure. Because it's weird that is so low down the card. Because Valiev beat Houni Barcelos, who is like they were both like really good prospects, and Jack Shore's undefeated, and he's been beating good guys. People are like comparing him to GSP, which
That's
is
always funny.
yeah,
The,
which
unranked guy.
he is really like he's really good.
Mhm.
I mean these two guys fighting is probably like to get into the
The
rankings.
GSP
like-
thing always cracks me up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's like the.
Let's go ahead and compare him to the GOAT.
Yeah, swing it back to like Yankees talk again. There's Jason Dominguez, the Martian. They signed
Yeah.
him. His comparisons are Mickey Mantle and Mike Trout. And
It's
it's like,
oh, okay.
well, like.
Yeah, it's almost like not even a comparison.
Yeah, exactly. But it's the
But-
same thing for GSP. GSP is like a goat. Like
Right.
you can't.
But it's the way his game operates.
Yeah.
He's got a very good jab. He works off the jab probably better than GSP ever did. Like combination wise,
Okay,
he
yeah.
hooks off the jab
Yeah.
really well. And
I
so,
was gonna say, bro.
I'm not saying that he's better.
Yeah.
But I think he's got a better jab. I don't know if he applies it for his game better, but
I
he
think
is,
George still has a better jab. I just think he didn't combo it a lot.
Yeah, well,
But I'm
that's
saying,
what that's
I'm talking
what
about
his-
structure.
that's what a
form,
better
like,
a jab. The physical form of punching a jab is not hard to have a good one. You just fucking
You'd be
throw it.
surprised. Look around
Yeah.
fucking the entire UFC's roster. Jesus.
Yeah, okay. Well, like if you're throwing the jab, that's good. Like if you're using it, but the way he works off of it is very, like he'll hook off the jab and shit like that.
Yeah.
Which is just it's nice to see, and he's a good wrestler and all that shit. So people like compare him to GSP.
Yeah, no,
he's
I understand.
He's
Those
very
comparisons,
good.
I always get a kick out of those.
Yeah, and Valiev is also very good. He's weird. He's a weird fighter. He kicks a lot.
Yeah, I don't know him.
But he's good too, and it's probably like
I hope
whoever
this
wins
is the most boring, fucking awful fight ever.
It won't be. It won't be. Don't think it will. But whoever wins that fight should be probably fighting somebody ranked next. So we could be seeing a new prospect coming up.
It'll be funny when we get to the time like far enough from now where like the picks we've already made and like guys we already have made picks on, they're fighting again. Like that'll be fun. You know what
Right,
I'm saying? Where
yeah,
it's like,
banking on
you almost
people.
have like a guy.
Yeah, right. Right, yeah. Yeah, so that's my pick. My pick is Micaiah versus Durden, just purely on like public opinion.
Yeah.
So if that flops, it's not my fault.
I mean, my pick was based extremely shallow.
You've never seen a minute of either of those girls fight, bro.
No, I have seen a little bit of Elise Reed, which is what made me be like, oh my god.
Like she's so bad. I'm going with whoever she's fighting.
fun, yeah.
Yeah.
That was basically what I did with Moutinho. I was just like, he
Yeah,
looks
whoever
so
that guy's
bad.
fighting.
Yeah, it was to your benefit to not watch any of the other guys' fights because the other guys' fights were also very bad, and you might have been like, oh, I don't know, because that's what I was like. I was like, there's no way that this guy fucking wins anymore, and then he just fucking came out and spammed hooks and got his ass. Oh man.
Has there anything else been going on in like the MMA world? I'm trying to
I
think
feel like
of.
there has been. And we're just
Eddie
not.
Eddie
the Patty
Hall and
thing.
Thor are boxing this week.
Oh yeah.
That seems like that's been about to
Yeah,
happen forever.
forever.
A while.
And it's it's really it's probably gonna suck dick.
It is.
But
Probably.
I will say this. It's funny because I think Thor's put in so much more work than Eddie has. He's completely changed his body. Like I don't know if you've seen any pictures.
No, I know what you're talking
But
about.
I'll say this right now. I just think when you see Half Thor box, it looks extremely unathletic. It just seems very...
well, it's hard to be that big and also athletic.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But when you see Eddie throw at least bombs and hooks, they at least look...
well, he boxed
like
a little like when he was a kid. If I'm not
But
mistaken.
my thing is, if you're going to be that big, why are you banking on a jab and a cross? When you're going to gas, it should be throw your gas and throw into tanks. Honestly,
I mean, I guess we'll see.
Those people aren't
Fucking-
training with like smart game plans. They're just like, come on, champ.
well, Thor. That's what Half Thor looks like. I mean, he's like got legit camps. Like he's been training for like 2 years now.
Well,
Like,
yeah, but the coaches aren't like putting together a meticulous game plan for like celebrity boxing
for
matches.
Eddie, like, what we know Eddie's gonna. You know what I'm
You
saying?
don't know
There's
shit about
you don't know
what's gonna
shit
happen,
about
and like
anything.
your best bet if you're that fucking tall is to jab and cross.
Yeah,
You know, like that's
and he won't do that.
he'll try maybe. he'll be throwing straight punches for a minute, and
he
then he'll
does
start.
also have a huge
I'll tell you
reach
this.
advantage over Eddie.
I'll tell you
Right,
this
yeah.
about these guys. This fight is like 3 years too late.
Yeah.
Like for both of these, like everyone still knows Eddie and Half Thor or whatever, but like their time was like 3 years ago. Like
Yeah.
this is when
Yeah,
that
like
fight
strong,
should have
man.
happened. Like who fucking cares?
But I'll say
now?
this: it's also probably extremely hard to go from like a strongman diet, body composition to a boxing fight. So I get why it took so
it
long.
must have sucked so bad for them to be like, God, I'm gonna have to do a lot more cardio.
Like yeah.
s-
Only
Well, they
cardio.
go from like
infinitely more.
consuming 9,000 calories a day to eating like 6 or 5, which is already a huge
yeah, which is
drop.
still insane.
It is still
6,000,
insane.
I would fucking. Oh man, it would suck to eat
Yeah,
6,000 calories a day.
No, I couldn't. I don't think I could.
No, it's like
I think I could eat 6,000.
I couldn't do it like
their
clean.
9,000
Like
is
with
crazy.
like I would have to be eating
Yeah, it'd
fucking
be
like
like a
ice
pint of
cream.
ice cream.
And shit.
Yeah.
A fucking gainer shake that's got olive oil in it.
Yeah, because if I think
Dude,
if we
people
made a bunch
do
of
that
shakes,
shit.
They
Oh.
do. Yeah, they do that. They
It's
put
crazy.
a lot of oil and shit, and it's like, okay, buddy.
They'll put like 2 tablespoons of olive oil because it's like 800 calories, and they're like, "What is calories?"
And all these guys you see doing them are never like,
Yeah.
as in the people you actually
Ex-
see
yeah,
doing it.
'cause
Are
you know what
never
I'm talking
actually
about.
Big or have any sort of. It's they see the people online, and there'll be this extremely ripped god, and he'll be like, "Yo, you need to put oil in your protein shake," and they'll be like, "Oh my god."
Well, have you ever seen the thing about where the guy drank an entire bottle of vegetable oil,
No.
and then his pores got so clogged that he had to like he couldn't piss for like a week.
Oh.
He had to go to the hospital because he was like he drank it as a goof, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm fucked, like completely fucked up." It blocked off like his like bladder completely.
Well, I'm sure
like-
it just clogs up your entire intestines. Just
Yeah.
stays there.
Yeah, as a general rule, I wouldn't recommend drinking any sort of oil.
Me neither.
Like,
Yeah,
ever.
it's probably a smart
Yeah.
idea.
And
to
If you want the
avoid that.
calories, go for a scoop of peanut butter. Like,
Yeah,
come
for
on.
real.
It's just
Like-
like
or maybe a
Like,
tablespoon.
why olive oil?
Maybe, I mean, if you really
because
want
it's
to.
like dense as fucking calories, and some people just need to hit that like caloric goal. So they just,
Oh,
And it's not a
dude.
horrible idea if you want to put like a tablespoon. If you're one of those people who you're just extremely underweight and your goal is to put on mass and you're just having trouble, maybe not a bad idea, but limit it. Stop. Don't be taking so much.
yeah, it's
2
just,
tablespoons, bro.
yeah. People go
Like, relax.
Dude, the fitness community is hilarious. It's hilarious.
It's like, why don't you just eat a bunch of cat food? It's so dense in protein.
Yeah, and that's
just
the thing
eat
because
that.
it's like there's still no one. There's never gonna be
Yeah.
like a consensus one way. So you have all these different funky ass
Yeah.
things.
And like, what limits are you willing
Liver
to push
King.
yourself to?
Yeah, like there's fucking like Liver Kings out
Liver
there.
King.
Liver
It-
King concoction.
Hey, primals.
Just got back from my simulated hunt.
He's hilarious though. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
he
Liver
was
King.
like in Africa a few weeks ago, like literally going on simulated hunts with the tribes.
Yeah,
and
it
shit.
was.
That's
And he was
hilarious.
throwing spears and
Yeah, he
shit. I
was
was
throwing
like, oh
spears
my
in his
God.
videos.
That's tight. Good for him.
Yeah.
living
And
the
he'll be like
dream.
getting stuff out of the cupboard, and he's like already heavily breathing, just off all steroids. It's crazy.
What's up, primals?
He's just already out of breath. He's just like
That's so funny. What a guy.
Yeah.
bone marrow and liver.
Trying to think of other MMA shit. Really, it's kind of been a slow week.
Yeah, there hasn't been like.
I was talking to Jacob about the Darren Hamzat relationship.
Yeah, I
That's
like
really
that.
cool.
That's
I like
fun.
it a
Yeah.
lot.
Hamzat's chirped out all the
Hamzat's
time.
drippy as
Yeah,
fuck.
they're just going around shooting guns.
Yeah, 'cause-
driving donuts around with Michael
Yeah, because
Bisping.
I pulled up from work the other day and Ryan had like a Hamzat Till like hype video where they were like playing Kanye's, they're like being boys together, and it was just hilarious.
That's
yeah,
so
it was
They were
so
like
cool.
just
There
shooting
was-
guns and like
Yeah.
fucking just walking around
Seemed
Vegas
like
and
Yeah, it
that
was
shit.
bunch of
based,
fun.
the video was basically their training camp, or
Yeah.
they would basically go around filming their training and stuff. And it's funny because every time you see Darren on film, he's just, that's what it's about, isn't it? Like getting your ass handed to you. And it's like, God damn, bro.
Just getting worked
always
by
looks like he's
Hamzat
just
wrestling.
getting
Shit, that's not the worst.
I'll
fucking
say this:
idea.
he does look good. Like even when he's wrestling, it's just like with his pale ass complexion. Because his face goes from pale white to bloodshot
Well,
red.
dude,
and he's
that's
just
like the easiest way of getting better at something is literally only do that one thing with another
don't
person
like,
who's
yeah.
way better than you at
Yeah.
it, and like basically play them. That is like that's always why like little brothers are always better at sports than the older brothers because
Yeah.
they grow up as the older brothers is like usually the better one just because they're older, and then the younger one has to it's just like
Yeah.
it's that thing. So like that's fun
Unless they get
I'm a
into
shout
drugs
out.
too early,
That too.
and then you're just a fucking burnout disappointment. You're the bad kid. You know what I'm talking about, Ryan?
Well, I'm a middle child, so
I'm an only child.
You
So
are an
get
only
fucked.
child.
Yeah.
Yeah, you reek of being an only child.
Yeah.
Every time you walk into a room,
Spoiled
everyone's
little
like
brat.
that. fucking-
Everyone's like, "Oh, he's very entitled." That's the vibe I immediately give off. Like I walk into a room and I'm like, "What's in it for me?"
like, what can I get out of this?
Yeah, I'm looking to propel myself further. I have no regard for human emotion. Got
Well-
a problem is what I've got.
We're at an hour right now, so pretty damn good
Sick.
fucking timing.
Yeah, that worked. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so hope you guys keep watching. We're got to get more fucking.
We're getting off the
viewers.
ground. We're getting
We're
off the ground. It's whatever.
This is the hardest part. you
Yeah,
know?
it'll be all right. We just keep grinding.
Just keep grinding.
Keep
just
grinding.
fucking-
Keep going. God damn it.
Just fucking working it.
Yeah, just nose all the way on the grindstone.
Yeah.
Fucking hit our link tree
Mm-hmm.
/ fucking pressure points pod
Mm-hmm.
and run our shit up. Please.
Yeah, run it up.
Tell your friends. Tell your parents.
Yeah.
Get your grandma sign in onto whatever you got to do.
Yeah,
and
leave
like
a
the
review.
video.
Any feedback is good right now because we don't have
Uh-huh.
any feedback.
Yeah. Text your exes.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them, hey, I know we haven't spoken in a while,
But there's
but there's
this
this really
podcast
cool.
I found.
There's
Yeah.
this really cool new podcast I found. Podcasting is like a way to bridge relationships.
I'll try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Yeah, so text your
Oh,
exes.
for sure. Yeah. I'll
Hey,
hop on
I
it.
don't know if you knew this, but I have I have 2 podcasts now. So
me,
like,
me,
if you want to,
that's only for us.
If you want to like watch it or something, you don't
Could
have
you
to.
imagine doing some
Dude,
shit like
that would
that?
be so unbelievably uncomfortable.
hey, with like a couple of Y's.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
hey,
I
how
don't-
are you? I'm good.
This is weird, but
I'm
so
like
I have
I'm
this-
getting uncomfortable
I know,
thinking about it,
it's
dude.
So weird.
I know we haven't talked in a while, but I thought maybe you'd be interested in this
Yeah,
podcast.
like I know your
said.
dad likes MMA, so like maybe.
Try to like make your like statement make some sort
Yeah.
of
He's
sense.
like, so you watched the fights with me sometimes back when we were still in love.
Yeah, you remember that time like a year ago when we used to like watch fights? You enjoyed that, didn't you?
Back when
Well,
I was still piping
crazy
you.
enough.
Back when I was happy.
Allegedly, whatever. You got.
All right.
All right.
We're done.
We'll see you guys next
Okay,
week.
Bye.